a lot of admiration and love for Dr. Mullen, who has done so much to work with the Native American people in bringing this about. I have a great, great respect for our black brothers and sisters who came here many, many, many generations back at Hampton, made this place a school, made this a place where their minds could be developed. Yesterday I was over to NASA. I was kind of scared to go over there. I thought, NASA, my gosh. I said, wow. You know, I thought they'd have some guns on or something. But we really had a nice visit over there. And it was something that I didn't realize. You see, living off in a ranch, I live out in a ranch out in the country. I have, we have some cows, we have some cattle and some saddle horses, and we live out in the boonies. And we're a long ways from what I see here. But it's encouraging, really, really encouraging to come to see exactly what's happening and see your museums and things like that. You have preserved those things. And it's sad to say that a lot of our old native things, my native brothers over there, they know what we've lost by not hanging on to those things. But somebody has come along and stuck them in museums. And in fact, there was a native man that went to England or Europe over there as on a Wild West show, and he died over there. But he didn't sleep good over there. And our people knew that, and finally, with some effort, I forget what tribe was, the Cheyenne, Northern Cheyenne or something like that, they made they made a donation of money and went over to Europe to bring his remains back where he could sleep comfortably. Those are things, I believe, that are very, very important. I don't believe that the making of a lot of money, I don't believe that the great value that we have in the stock market, who cares? I don't, I'll tell you that much. But the value, the beautiful value that you can't go to a computer and a manufacturing something and make are these, the human beings. You human beings. They have what they call a chante. Chante means the heart. And we sometimes use that term a little differently than old Lakota people did. Because the heart is an organ that goes this way and pumps blood around, and once in a while I get a nosebleed. That proves it. But it's the soul of the human being. Now you can go to Virginia, the great clinic here in this country. I forgot the name of it now. It's a beauty. What's the name of it? Mayo Clinic. Boy, wow. The Mayo Clinic can take and cut you in two like that and open you up like that. And they said, we're going to go down there and take your soul out. My reply to that is, I said, go ahead and try it. Go ahead and try it. You open that thing up there and you look for the soul, which is that seed. It's not there because the soul is everywhere. It's in everything. It's above us, it's beneath us, it's everywhere. We breathe it. And that's the part of us that makes us, that unites us, brings us together, the soul. Because we find that when we're together like that, it's the soul that does the talking. But to the present students here of Hampton, how many students we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Okay. to all the students here at Hampton like that, and to those past, what you call like this, I would like to give what they call akishasha. That's a war cry. But I'm afraid I might scare myself. I remember that years and years ago when we lived on the reservation there like that, there were different Indian schools that they sent the kids away from, just as your fathers and mothers, your black fathers and mothers sent you away here to Hampton. Your older black people sent you with me. And it hurt your father and mother to have to send their boys and girls away to school. However, they knew the results. They knew that you would become educated. They knew that you could come and further yourselves. And it's all proven out. Yet, I dare say, it's not complete. I believe that there's still a ways to go. But on the reservation, they'd send these boys away to Hampton. They'd send them away to Rapid City Indian School, to Flandreau. And us boys that lived on the reservation, we were so anxious for them to get home because they'd tell us stories. And so the ones in Rapid City, they had a man, his name was Dan Yellowrobe. Mr. Yellowrobe. Mr. Yellowrobe was a very well-educated man, but he had trouble speaking English. And so they would love to listen to stories about him, and of course I don't think that, I think maybe they, the students coming home might have embellished it a little bit. But he'd say, he'd get up in the morning and have roll call, because everybody had to be accounted for. They lived in dormitories, and they had one common bathroom. The old Yellowrobe would say, get out his book like this. All right, you boys, I'm going to take roll call now, he says. He'd look at that. When I call your name, you say here. And he stopped to think a minute. He says, if you're not here, don't say nothing. And it went on and on like that. And Mr. Skenadar, at Flandreau, right near, there was a big quarry there. And in the quarry, the water had come up, so it was kind of made a nice little swimming pool. And so the non-Indian boys around that area would go in and go swimming. And so it seems as though two boys had gone in there and they ran and dove in off of quite a high place, and they didn't realize, but the water had dropped in this quarry to the point where the rocks were fairly near the surface, and they dove in there like that, and they died as a result of head injuries. And so Mr. Skenador heard about that thing, and of course he had the same thing about reading the things for the kids. So he says, all right, you boys. He said, I read in this morning's paper last night where two boys drowned right on the front page. Don't go by that old swimming pool no more. But anyhow,